we leveled. Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to some more Let's Play Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. In the last episode, we rolled up Jun Logic. Been a good 7 or 8 years since he's last graced the planet's surface of Taris. We survived the Endar Spire, the tutorial area, and we have crash-landed in our escape pod here on Taris. The Sith have a blockade above the planet, stopping anyone from entering or leaving it without their permission. They are looking for Bastila, a Jedi with some sort of special power that can influence armies. I think gameplay-wise it'd be the equivalent of giving every single friendly in your army a plus like 2 to all your rolls, while giving the enemy a -2 to all their rolls, or something of the sort. She's very powerful when it comes to this, but she has to concentrate in order to have that effect occur. The Sith want her terminated. I'm guessing that Bastila must be one of the few reasons why the Sith still haven't conquered the world. We've learned that the Sith also found some sort of like energy shields and have been using them in combat to great effect. The forces standing against them have only recently acquired a few of these or began mass producing them themselves, and it's making it tricky to engage in ranged combat due to their ability to absorb blaster fire. We were rather heavily injured when we landed on this planet, and Karth, the person who was sharing our escape pod and apparently guided us to him on the Endar Spire, helped keep us alive after we crashed down on this planet. We've been having some dreams about Bastila as well, seeing her fight on the bridge of a deck, well, of a ship of some sort. We are hoping she's still alive, and we're going to be looking for her. We are currently in a group of apartments, kind of like abandoned apartments. I guess this would be considered, I don't want to say the slums. That's probably the lower city or undercity. But this isn't the best apartments to be in. And a group of aliens are held up here. Aliens apparently are not allowed in the upper city here on Taris. Or rather, they are, but they have to have a permit. And Taris society does not like aliens so much. Twi'leks are okay. The rest of them are looked down upon, treated as second-class citizens. So we're bumming here, and apparently the aliens don't mind our presence so much. Alright, so let me quickly save that. I like how that came out. You won't believe how many takes it requires to record the introduction part of a video of mine. So I went ahead and adjusted the game volumes a little bit, so my voice should not be struggling so much to overcome the music. And I also want to thank you guys for giving your opinion on what I should do when it comes to the alien voices. I've only had one response so far, but that's good enough for me. So the request has come to don't do anything when it comes to the alien voices. Don't talk over them, because that would be really difficult to hear my voice and the alien's voice. It would basically ruin the entire experience. And don't summarize them either. That would take a lot of time. Just be lazy. We know that BioWare just chose a bunch of random snippets of the alien dialogue to place over what they actually say, but it's good enough, I think, for the game, and I'll try to skip past it where it makes sense to do so. This way we don't have to listen to an alien speak for 5 minutes when they only say like half a sentence, like 5 words worth of dialogue in a sentence. And I'm babbling long enough. I think let's go ahead and get started. And the first thing we should do is level up, or I'm going to constantly forget to do so. This is a good point to remind you guys as well that I am not playing the game with a min-maxed character. What that means is that there are some things you're going to see me do, which I know, realistically, I should not do, but I'm going to do it anyway. So, for example, for our skills, I'm going to be leveling Persuade every other level. I know I shouldn't do that. I should hold on to the points to level Persuade until Persuade is only 1 point to level it instead of 2. I'm not going to do that. We're going to keep leveling it every other level. My plan is every other level to level Repair and Treat Injury, and then swap back to Awareness and Demolitions, with computer use getting increased every single level until we reach rank 12, and I'll probably leave it there. And then we'll be leveling Repair a good amount. Alright, so there's our skills. For our feats, we have to take a feat. Now, I did just mention we weren't going to min-max, but this is the one this is the one part I really wish I could min-max, because feats are they're very difficult to get as my character class. This feat gives a character basic training in the use of hand-to-hand melee weapon types such as vibroblades or other powered or unpowered items. So I mentioned I wanted empathy, and I'm going to go ahead and take it 1 rank up. This feat gives a +1 skill point bonus to persuade, awareness, and treat injury. And we'll accept that. Okay, and we picked up 1 extra vitality point because of our constitution bonus. Alright, let's walk around the ring and say hello to the aliens and make sure I got the aliens' sound, their voices correct. That sounds really loud to me. That sounds really loud to me. I did lower it quite a bit. Let's see what the Hammerhead has to say. Ithorian, hello. I really like the language. If I recall correctly, they did spend, like the Star Wars movies, even the original ones, I thought they spent a lot of time trying to understand like how language works. So their languages sound like a real language, even though it's just gibberish words, obviously. Quarren, wait up for us, Mr. Mind Flailer. So the aliens are complaining about how tough they have it here in the upper city, how they're looked down upon and treated as second-class citizens, which that's a very fair thing to complain about. I think that seems very racist, actually.
Kavadumpa kapalia monapata bonanakachu yin kin kun noba mule rachi kun tong nabun shanuyang.
Even the Twi'leks are frowned upon, apparently. So we could totally break through these doors with combat to get into the other side of them, but I don't think that makes a lot of sense for us to do at this point in the game. There's no reason for us to break into them that I can think of other than we want to loot the place, but I'm not interested in doing that at the moment.
Hey there, watch where you're walking. I just cleaned those floors.
Oh, who are you?
My name's KotOR. I'm the janitor for this building. You must be the new tenant here, right? Never thought they'd rent that abandoned apartment. You look like an off-worlder. What happened? You get stuck here because of the quarantine? Can't see any other reason someone would want to rent that old apartment.
Can I ask you some questions, KotOR?
Don't know how much I can tell you, but seeing as how you're new here, I guess I can try and help you out.
Thank you. I appreciate it. What can you tell me about the planet?
Decent enough place to live, I guess, except for the lower levels. That's where the swoop gangs hang out. Just stay in Upper City and you'll be fine. You also might want to check out the cantina. I used to go there when I was younger. Good place to get a drink and find out what's going on in the Upper City.
Those swoop gangs causing all trouble with their swoop bikes and stuff like that. I think we get told exactly that from Kebla Yurts. I think she will be the first merchant we'll run into. I only remember this because I had watched a little bit of my original playlist to get that far. Where is the cantina?
Just keep following the apartment complex ring until you come to the elevator. It'll take you out to the upper streets there. And from there, just head south a ways. You can't miss it.
Thanks. Something else, KotOR? We're going to get some equipment.
Well, the best place to go is probably Kebla Yurt's store. She's right across from the cantina, so you can stop in for a drink if you get thirsty while you're shopping. Just keep following the apartment complex ring until you come to the elevator.
All right, I've already heard that, KotOR. Thank you. You're talking just like Tim does. He babbles on about things he's already talked about over and over and over again.
Don't know.
What do you think of the Sith in the quarantine?
Not much of a issue for me, you know. I ain't never left Taris, and they ain't never gonna. A lot of other folks are sure riled up about it, but I don't really know much about it. I prefer to keep to myself mostly. But there's plenty of people at the cantina who'll be more than happy to tell you what they think about the Sith and their quarantine.
Alright, one more thing, KotOR? Actually, nothing else. I apologize. I'll get going now. Take care.
I should get back to work anyway. I'll probably see you around. I'm here most of the time. The building doesn't clean itself, you know.
I guess they don't have any Roomba bots floating around. There was a maintenance bot on the other side of the ring doing maintenance stuff. You figured they could attach like a vacuum underneath of him. might as well clean up while he's at it, right? And again, even that bot looks like it's being a little lazy, right? We just see it sit here. It's not really moving. Just hanging out. Doesn't really want to work. Maybe it's its off day. Alright, to the upper city, everyone. It's been a long time since I've seen this. Well, technically I watched, again, like 5 minutes of my other playlist. But it's been a while since John Logic I've walked him out here, so let's go ahead and say hello to the citizens of Taris. Is it Taris or Taris? I'll call it Taris. Hello, man.
People complain about the Sith, but this quarantine is good for all the businesses on Taris. Look at Javiar's Cantina. That place has never been busier.
I guess you need something to do when you're trapped on the planet's surface. Oh man, look how beautiful this looks. I remember when I had first been playing the MMO, Knights of the Old Republic, how I would love just going to... Oh, what was the name of it? It began with a C, didn't it? Oh, I can't remember now. The name of the... Like, you did your tutorial area, and then you went to, like, this major hub. And that hub was a city planet. I can't remember the name of it now, but I really liked watching the ships fly back and forth in it. Oh, man, it's been a long time. And hello, we have some salvage droids apparently looking at this escape pod. The salvage droids are busy scanning and scavenging the remains of the Republic escape pod. I can't search it. Now, a heads up that I seem to remember actually exploring the Endar Spire in the Old Republic MMO, but we saw it get detonated. Like, it was 100% destroyed, not a scrap remaining in the movie. They must have retconned that, I suppose. And a protocol droid might be helpful. They're probably programmed to talk to us.
Greetings and good day. On behalf of the new Sith rulers, I am programmed to encourage you to enjoy your stay on Taris. I am a protocol droid programmed to provide information to everyone on Taris, citizens and visitors alike. Is there something I can do to serve you?
New Sith rulers. I wonder when that actually occurred. Is there some way I can get a shuttle off this planet?
I am afraid that is impossible. Taris is currently under a planet-wide quarantine. The Sith are allowing no one to arrive or leave, except on official Sith business. May I be of any further service to you?
Well, what can you tell me about the Sith?
The Sith are the new authority here on Taris. They seek to preserve the customs of our world, also I am told. More than this I cannot say. May I be of any further service to you?
Yes. You met... Who do you work for exactly? You don't work directly for the Sith, do you?
I am an employee of the Taris government, programmed to provide information and guidance to any who require it. May I be of any further service to you?
The government works with the Sith. Good enough to know that you effectively are a Sith mate protocol droid. How come there are hardly any aliens around? We already know, based on the aliens, that they're frowned upon here, but I don't see many of them walking around up here either. I guess they would be arrested?
Alien species have restricted access to the upper city. This is one of the most ancient traditions of Taris, and the Sith have promised to preserve such traditions. Of course, I have yet to see them arrest a single alien for traveling the upper city without a permit. May I be of any further service to you?
You know, I've always thought it was weird that non-humans are called aliens, because mentally, to me, like humans and all these other races, we've been traveling, like, it's obvious we all travel in space. this planet, I don't think, was probably one that supported human life originally. So wouldn't everyone on this planet be considered an alien? So I guess they're just using the word to refer to non-humans as aliens, right? That must be... What's what I'm looking for? Wow, I can't think of it. Let's move on, Tim. What's what I'm thinking of? Do you know anything about the gangs in Lower City?
The Taris Tourism Board has issued a strong warning to all visitors to avoid the Lower City. It is a violent and dangerous place you would do well to avoid. May I be of any further service to you?
So we're going down there. Got it. Thank you, maintenance droid. I don't need anything else right now.
Then if you will excuse me, I must continue my appointed rounds.
As I talk to these people and look around, I'm beginning to remember bits and pieces. I forgot that there is indeed the upper city, the lower city, and then there's the undercity. I thought it was just upper and under. No, there's a whole lot that actually we have to do on the face of Taris, on this planet. Something seems to be bothering Karth. Maybe you should speak to him and see if you can get him to open up about it. Hey, Karth, what's happening? You look like you want to talk about something.
Yes, what's on your mind?
I don't know. Is it a good time to ask you some more questions?
I guess I did say you could ask me questions later, didn't I? Is this really necessary?
Yeah, it is, because the game really hinted I should pressure you with this. So, you know, we're adventuring together. I like to know my fellow compatriot a little bit better.
Oh, well, if it's an interrogation you wanted, why didn't you say so?
It's not interrogation, Karth. I never said that.
No, I was just joking. Though you do seem to be full of questions. It's rather refreshing, to be honest. Let me ask you something first, though. I've been going through the battle aboard the Endar Spire over and over in my head since we crashed. Some things just don't add up for me. Maybe you could tell me what happened, from your perspective.
Sure. I'd love to do so. So, like you said when we first met, right? Bashta didn't have time to use her powers.
True. Basta is as powerful as they say. She's the one who defeated Darth Revan, after all. I guess that no Jedi ability, no matter how powerful, makes up for being completely surprised and outmatched. We didn't choose that battle anyway. It got forced on us. Hell, I'm just as surprised that any of us are alive to talk about it. Come to think of it, it's more than a little surprising that you happen to be here, isn't it? I mean, just what is your position with the Republic fleet anyway?
I'm a scout. Oh wow, nice, that's an answer too. I was recruited into the fleet for my skills, if you must know.
Well, that makes sense. Still, it seems a bit strange that someone who is a last-minute addition to the crew roster is one of the survivors.
Are you implying I had something to do with the crash?
No. Well, maybe. Don't get me wrong, it just seems odd that someone Bastila's party specifically requested to transfer aboard happens to survive.
That's interesting. So I have forgotten everything about this game, with the exception of like maybe one or two key encounters, like battles, maybe one or two characters when we first meet them, and the big plot twist that occurs about the halfway point or a little past that in the game. Everything else I forgot. So I literally didn't realize, or yeah, that's correct. I didn't realize this actually was the background story of why we were on that ship. So why would Bastila request my transfer?
The Jedi requested numerous things when they came on board. I mean, hell, they practically took over the ship, as far as I could tell. Considering your connection to Bastila and the Jedi, whether you know it or not, your presence here seems a little convenient. I'm probably wrong, and this is probably nothing, I know. I learned a long time ago not to take things at face value, however, and I hate surprises.
That's fine, Karth. I can understand. You don't trust us very much. That's a perfectly fine position to have, right? You didn't meet us before, and it sounds like you have every reason to be suspicious. But shouldn't we be trying to work together?
I am working with you. I'd be a fool not to. I'd also be a fool not to expect the unexpected.
Are you always this suspicious?
Look, it has nothing to do with you personally. I don't trust anyone. I have my reasons. And no, I'm not going to discuss them, so can we just keep our mind on more important things?
I consider this important.
All right. You're pretty damn tenacious. You know that? We'll talk about it, but later. Right now, I just want to get going.
Fine. Fair enough, Karth. I like Karth's honesty, if I'm going to be honest with you guys. He at least isn't trying to hide his feelings. He's telling us exactly how he feels about us, and I'd rather know right now he doesn't trust us, because that means that we don't want to give him a reason to distrust us. Kebla Yurt. How you doing, Kebla?
Hello there. I haven't seen you in my shop before. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Kebla Yurt. Welcome to the Equipment Emporium. You looking to buy some supplies? My shop's the largest one in all of Upper Taris. Best selection on the planet. Whatever you need, I've got. Well, mostly.
Mostly? What do you mean by that?
The Sith confiscated all my heavy weapons, and they impounded all my ships and swoop bikes. But I've still got a real nice selection, if you're interested.
I really like that her lipstick matches her eye color. I guess she wears like special contacts or something like that. Also matches her outfit a little bit. Looks a little white like her outfit does, like the off-color white. Just want to tell you, Kebla, you put a lot of effort into your looks, and I think it looks good. Let me see what you have for sale.
Just so you know, the prices on the items are final. No bargaining here. This isn't a swap meet, okay? I only deal in top-notch stuff.
Sorry, it scares me. I'm talking to Kebla Yurt a little bit like how I talk to most people I meet who are behind the counter. This may seem... this is a really weird tangent to go on really briefly, but I like giving compliments to people I see on the other side of the counter when I notice that they've put effort into certain things. In particular, like girls and their nails. I always like trying to compliment a girl's nails. They usually get them to smile and usually tell me a little bit about why they chose one crazy nail as opposed to the other 9 normal nails. All right, I don't know why I'm telling you guys this. Let's look at what she's selling. A permacrete detonator. I have a hunch we're going to want that at some point. That's probably quest related. She's selling a bunch of minor mines. Stealth field generator, dampening unit, some grenades. Infinite amounts of grenades. That's good to know. But I don't have the money really to afford any of those. Various blasters, vibral sword. Oh, I see. A non-lightsaber version of what Darth Maul was using. Quarterstaff, longsword, stun baton. Has a chance to stun the enemy. The Bonadon alloy heavy suit is nice, but I don't have $900 to spend on it. Okay. I don't see anything here that we really need. Oh, I promised to do this off screen. Okay, I'll be back then, everyone. Okay. That was rather easy. I sold a vibral blade and our blaster pistol.
Welcome to the...
Hey, Kebla. So, I want to ask you some questions, if you don't mind.
Anything I can do to help a potential customer out. What do you want to know?
Do you know anything about those escape pods that crashed here on Taris?
I heard a couple of pods crash down in the Undercity. I bet the crash sites have already been stripped clean by the Sith, though. Unless the swoop gangs or Davik's men got there first.
Davik's men?
Oh, Davik's a legitimate businessman, if you get my drift. Smuggling, slaving, extortion. They say he's a member of the Exchange, you know, the big intergalactic criminal organization.
I've heard of the Exchange. Bad organization to cross. But if anyone has blockade-breaking ships, however, it's them.
I have to pay him a protection fee every month, but it's reasonable. And I get most of my inventory through Davik and his suppliers. I'm just smart enough not to ask where it came from, you understand?
Sure. Is Davik working with the Sith?
Davik hates the Sith as much as anybody. The quarantine has put a real dent in his operations, too. But he's keeping a low profile as long as the occupation lasts. Davik stays out of the way, and the Sith don't bother him. The swoop gangs could learn a thing or two from this tidy little arrangement, instead of always going after each other.
You know, you're not the first person to mention swoop gangs. What can you tell me about them?
I don't have anything good to say about those swoop gangs. Zooming around on their swoop bikes, terrorizing the lower city like a bunch of animals. Things weren't so bad when the hidden Becks were running the show. But ever since the rise of the Black Vulcar gang, the lower city has been nothing short of a war zone. The Sith haven't even bothered trying to maintain order down there. And I heard a rumor that Davik's own people are having problems with the Black Vulkars now.
Ah, interesting. They must be trying to muscle in on all the turf and control of the other gangs, I guess, down there in the lower city. How do you feel about the Sith?
It's not smart to say bad things about the people in power, if you get my meaning. I just wish the Sith would ease up on the quarantine, though. They're killing my business. I can't say I like having them here in Upper City, but it could be worse, and we're still a lot better off than the Lower City, what with those swoop gangs and all.
Okay, so they're maintaining order up here, at the very least, up here. Do you know anything about those escape pods that crashed here on Taris?
I heard a couple of pods crash down in the Undercity. I bet the crash sites have already been stripped clean by the Sith, though. Unless the swoop gangs or Davik's men got there first.
Can I ask you some general information on Taris?
Oh, you're one of those off-worlders, aren't you? Come to Taris for a short business trip and end up stuck here because of the Sith quarantine, right? Oh, you can't be too happy. Trapped on an unfamiliar world and all. But Taris isn't so bad, as long as you stay in the Upper City. Just try to avoid the Sith. And stay out of the Lower City. The swoop gangs are totally out of control. Even Davik's men are having trouble down there.
I suppose we actually got kind of lucky then, getting an apartment. Many other merchants would have... Well, I guess if you're a trader and you get stuck on the planet, you can always sleep in your ship. As opposed to us, right? We didn't have a ship. The escape pod is not a good place for us to be spending the evenings in. The Sith would eventually find us in there and just, well, that'd be the end of us. Alright, I'll be going now. Thank you, Kipla.
Good day to you then. Remember to come back to my shop if you ever need any supplies.
Will do. You have an infinite amount of health packs. We'll probably be back here at least once. Because there's a place to sell. Oh, sell equipment. You know, I didn't notice, but I do think the prices of things we sell, I don't think it changes based on the merchant that we sell them to. Now, I can't pivot the camera up or down. I can only pivot the camera left or right as a heads up, everyone. Which is why you're not seeing me look down to see how tall these skyscrapers are. Oh, this must be the cantina, based on the wine glasses I see.
Don't bother me. I'm here on official Sith business.
Oh, sorry about that, Mr. Sith Trooper. You have a good day. Love the armor. Oh, it's been a while since I've been here. Christia, you look like a girl who really is interested in Pazak gaming.
Don't you just love watching the Pazak players? All that strategy, all those credits. It's enough to make a girl get all flushed.
I don't remember anything about what she would say, but I knew she had like a really breathless voice, and she liked Pazak, and she doesn't play herself.
What do you want? Have you come here just to bother me, or do you wish to test yourself against the best Pazak player on Taris?
Who are you?
My name is Niklos. I'm the unofficial champion of the Pazak circuit here on Taris. If you don't mind losing your wager, we could play a few hands.
Not interested right now.
If you ever wish to test yourself against the best Pazak player on Taris, you know where to find me.
I am still torn on if I want to even play Pazak or not, everyone. So, you can buy various... Should I even explain Pazak? No, I'm sure a video up here on YouTube, maybe on BitChute, someone has a video on Pazak by now. They can explain the game to you. I'll just say that in the first game here, that's the Old Republic at the very least, I haven't played the second one, but on the first one, it wasn't very well balanced because the game always makes you go first. Always. Like, I think you go first in the first round, and is it every round you go first? I think it is. Which is a miserable way to play that game. It's very similar to Blackjack. And going first, being required to go first, means that you're giving your opponent a significant advantage. I wish someone would make a mod to just randomize who goes first. But no, unfortunately, a mod like that does not exist. There are mods, that, by the way, that tweak the Pazak decks of the AI, making them less powerful. And there's also, I think, one that makes the AI's hand of specialized cards, I think, all zeros. So they can't cheat, quote, as often as they did, quote. The issue there is that it seems like the AI does cheat. It probably doesn't, but it certainly feels like it does when you're playing the AI in Pazak. And again, that you're penalized by going first every time. Oh, it's so miserably unfair. So, if I do play Pazak, I might do 1 or 2 episodes on screen of the game to show off what the game is like, but I'll play the entire thing off screen when it comes to playing the enemy AI, because I'll put on a podcast and just play it and reload over and over and over again, thanks to how miserable I find the card game. There's no action in the duel. Oh, yeah! Kendrak Starblazer? We can fight in the arena. It's actually rather difficult. And we can get a unique blaster, which can be upgraded, if I recall correctly. I forget the guy's name. I want to say it was like Kendrak Starblazer, but it's a name similar to that.
Hello there, youngster. You interested in buying the Pazak deck of an old man looking to get out of the gambling game? Just 50 credits and I'll sell you all my cards. I'll even throw in a free lesson to boot. It's a great deal, if you can afford it.
Why are you giving up gambling?
Don't get me wrong. The game's been good to me over the years. I've traveled the span of the galaxy, from the core worlds to the farthest reaches of the Outer Rim. I've won countless fortunes, and lost countless more. But that was long ago, and things have changed. Gambling is a young man's game. That's why I'm looking to get out. My offer still stands. 50 credits gets you my old Pazak deck and a free lesson. A great offer if you can afford it.
Can I ask you some other questions?
Of course, of course. My mind isn't as sharp as it used to be. That's why I'm giving up the gambler's life. But I think I can still manage to answer some simple questions.
Do you know anything about those public escape pods that crashed down in the Undercity?
I spend my days here in the cantina, sipping ale and chatting with the folks who wander by. I don't have much use or care what goes on outside these walls. I don't see much point in worrying about that kind of stuff now that I've given up the gambler's life. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Sure. So, can you give me some general information on the city then?
Don't know what I can tell you that would be of any use. The upper city is nice enough, though it was better before the Sith showed up. But they don't bother an old guy like me much. Don't know much about the lower city. It's rough down beneath. I just stay up here where it's safe and mind my own business. I don't see much point in worrying about that kind of stuff now that I've given up the gambler's life.
So, tell me a little bit about yourself then.
My name's Garuk. I used to be a card shark, one of the best Pazak players in the Outer Rim. But that was before I retired from the gambling life.
All right, sir. Thank you for your time.
Of course, of course. No sense in a youngster like you wasting your days away with an old man in a dingy bar. But if you ever want to chat, you know where to find me.
I think you can buy a different Pazak deck if you don't buy it from him later on in the game, but it costs you, I think, I want to say 200 credits instead of 50. So it is a good deal, I think, if you want to go ahead and start Pazak.
Hi there. I haven't seen you around before. Of course, they don't give us Sith officers from the military base much time off.
Oh, I like the accent. You're from the military base? You don't look like one of the Sith.
I'm off duty right now, so I'm not in uniform. My name is Sana, junior officer, first class with the Sith Occupation Force.
Oh, hey, I think she's flirting with us. Nice to meet you, Sana. I'm John Logic.
I'm actually a little surprised you're talking to me at all. Most of the people here on Taris can't stand us Sith. It can make this job pretty lonely.
We could try persuade, but she might think we're just buttering her up for no reason. So I think persuade lets you short-circuit the conversation trees to try to... I don't know other way to phrase it. To get to some reward of some sort. I think with her we can get access to a Sith key card that lets us access a certain area. If we're willing to persuade her or properly take the tree. I'm actually not from Taris. I'm just stuck down here until the quarantine ends.
You're an off-worlder. I figured you'd be even more angry being stuck on a foreign planet and all.
Being stuck on Taris isn't so bad. But the... Hey, okay, we'll try persuade, right? We have 4 points in it. Let's give it a try. Hey, we're both strangers on Taris. We have to stick together.
You're right. It's like everyone on this backwater planet is in a permanent bad mood. Don't they know we have to make the best of things?
You've got a pretty positive attitude.
Exactly. It's all about attitude. I didn't ask to be assigned to this backwater planet, but I try to make the best of it. It's pretty easy to get depressed on an assignment like this, but we do what we can to keep our spirits up.
It must be tough, being stationed in a hostile world.
That's true. It's nice to meet someone who understands what I'm going through. It's good to talk about this stuff. It gets pretty lonely up at the military base. I have to get going soon. I've got a shift at the military base, but some of us junior Sith officers are having a party tonight to blow off some steam. I'd really like to see you again. Why don't you drop by the party? I'll show you where it is on your map.
Oh, sounds good. I'll be there.
Don't be late. We're starting right after our shifts end. Most of us won't even be going back to the base to lock up our uniforms. I look forward to seeing you there.
Journal entry added. Thank you, Sarna. Hello, Tarisian noble.
What? Why are you speaking to me? Can't you tell from my clothing that I'm of the nobility? Get away from me. I can't be seen talking with a common rabble. It wouldn't be proper for a man of my standing.
Oh, fair enough. Why are you in this bar, then? Jurgen.
No hard feelings, my good man, but I can't really talk with you right now. It's difficult enough to draw the interest of the ladies in this establishment as it is. Surely you understand what I'm talking about. I'd guess you've experienced many lonely evenings, something I'm hoping to avoid tonight.
Wow. Well, we was invited to a party by Sarna, and she was pretty cute.
Yeah, that quarantine must be tough when you off-worlders stuck here. You should try and make the best of it and order yourself some Tarisian ale. It'll take away some of the sting. I wish the off-duty Sith would stop coming in here for drinks. They've been scouring the Undercity looking for the Republic escape pods, and they reek of the sewers.
Nice outfit. You steal those clothes from a bum in the lower city? Oh well, guess you don't have to have good taste in clothes to come and enjoy the music.
Isn't this band great? They can't leave Taris because of the Sith quarantine, so they've been playing here every night. Talk about a good break for us.
I don't think we can really talk with the dancers. They asked us not to disturb them. I like the hip sway. The thigh highs are nice. That was pretty boring doing the same dance over and over again.
Nice outfit. I've seen outcasts in the Undercity who dress better than you.
Yeah, but I do it with style. I bet you they can't do that. Alright, lots of other Taris citizens who are just going to insult us. Droid. The droid is too busy preparing drinks to take your order. What? What if I just wanted to relax? I think you have like 2 or maybe 1 more chance to talk to various other Sith if you're interested in trying to get the invite to the party. I feel like I haven't explored... Okay, yes, there's this area down here. I think the arena's actually here, isn't it? I think this is it.
I can't believe we couldn't get arena tickets for this match. Now we'll have to watch the duel on the view screen.
Who cares? It's Duncan and Gurlon fighting. It's not like we're gonna miss anything good.
Shh, they're about to start, so quit complaining and just watch the view screen.
Ladies and gentlemen, I draw your attention to the dueling ring. Here, two combatants will battle for your viewing and gambling enjoyment. Now, I hope all your bets are down because we're ready to roll. In this corner, I give you Girl on Two Fingers. And over here, looking to climb the ranks yet again, is the ever-persistent Jedi Duncan. And to nobody's great surprise, Deadeye is down again. Don't worry, folks. He's just unconscious. As usual, our medics will have him up and about in a bit. Well, that was quick, wasn't it? So I give you the winner, Girl on Two Fingers.
That didn't look very exciting. Poor Duncan, just drawing his blaster, dropping it on the ground, and getting iced immediately.
What are you looking at, fresh meat? You want a piece of me? You want to step in the dueling chambers with me?
Who are you?
I'm Deadeye Duncan, the number 5 ranked duelist in this cantina. You must have seen me in the dueling chambers, right?
You're the number 5 ranked. Out of how many?
5. But it's an elite group, okay? It's not like just anyone can step into the dueling chamber. Well, actually, anyone can, but not many do.
You don't look so tough. I think I could beat you in a duel.
Big talk. Go speak with the hut in the corner to back it up. He's the duel organizer. I'll look forward to our match. Fresh meat is just what I need to end my losing streak.
This is Gurlon?
I haven't seen you around here before. You looking to step into the duel ring? Or did you just come to watch?
I want to step into the ring.
Good to see some new blood in the fight game. Things have gotten pretty stale around here lately. If you're serious about this, go talk to Azure the Hutt. He's the duel organizer. He'll probably start a rookie like you out against Duncan.
I think you have to fight up the ranks, so I think you fight every single one of these people. So that would be Duncan Deadeye, Girl on Two Fingers, Marl, Ice, and I think there's one more. Oh, Twitch, yep. And then Mr. Starblaster, if I recall correctly. Okay, goodbye then. Guy's always ready to shoot his blasters at any time. So can you guys give me information about the duelists?
I love watching Ice fight. She proves this isn't just a man's game.
Gurlon used to be one of the best in the game. Now he's barely better than old Deadeye Duncan.
Well, it happens. You get older, you lose your twitch reflexes. I know all about that. Oh, it's a duel announcer.
Talk to Ajor. He's in charge here.
Oh, he's got a good voice. Should we do this once? We haven't done any fighting. We've been playing for almost an hour already. I might be interested. What's in this for me?
Vibroblades and blasters, and nobody ever dies. How come I get the feeling you're trying to take us for a ride?
Not at this moment. I'd like to raise my persuade one more rank first. I think it's really difficult to get a Jor to agree to giving you more money. He'll probably complain that if he gives us more money, then everyone else is going to want more money, and he can't afford that. Hello, first aid. A free med pack. That's 40 credits saved. To my knowledge, I might be wrong, but I don't think there's any penalty for taking things from any container. It's not like Underrail, where you have to worry about stealing from someone. If it's in a container and you're allowed to interact with that container, someone put it there for you so you could take it. And hello, who's this guy? Bendak Starkiller. I called him Kendrak Starblazer. I was close.
Leave me alone. I'm not giving out any auto prints to my fans today.
Auto prints? What are you talking about?
What? You don't recognize me? I'm Bendak Starkiller, the most famous blaster slinger on Taris. Over 100 duels without a loss. Every one of them a death match.
Wow. How come you don't hang around with the other duelists?
I'm retired now. Once death matches became illegal, I just got bored with the game. I got no interest in using stun blasters. There was nobody left to challenge me anyway. I've been watching these new kids in the ring, but I haven't found anyone worth my notice so far. Still, if someone could beat all these other pretenders, I might give them a shot.
Huh. Alright. Take care, sir.
Off with you then. I'm done with this conversation anyway.
So most of the stuff, if I recall correctly, is also optional. Like you don't have to do the arena if you don't want to, and so on. So if I want to wait to do the arena until my persuade is up another rank, I have to wait 2 more levels until I step into the arena. Yeah, I wouldn't mind waiting just a tad. I wouldn't mind getting maybe another piece of this Viral Blade to be a bit better. And at the very least affording an energy shield, so I could turn that on if I feel it's necessary during the fight. Alright, well, let's just wander around. We'll swing past those crates and see if any of them are searchable. And I think we'll go up ahead and to the right. I think there's like another... Oh, I think it's a doctor. A doctor's office who's up ahead and to the right, if I recall correctly. My goodness, it's amazing how things come back to me after a while. Let's see if I'm correct about this. Uh-oh. What's happening over there on the left? Looks like a fight is about to break out. Bounty
Davik
hunters.
says you missed your last payment.
Here, I've got 50 credits, a down payment. That should buy me some time, right?
Sorry, you're out of time. Now it's all or nothing. Davik can't have people not paying his debts.
But I don't have that much. How can I give you credits I don't have?
I know we have to be careful about drawing attention to ourselves, but are we gonna just let them drag this guy off?
Hold on a second. Looks like we got ourselves a witness here.
Leave this man alone, or you'll have to deal with me. I don't like that he phrased us as a witness. That makes it sound like he is just going to attack us to get rid of us. I don't like being threatened. I really don't like how your friend says the same thing over and over again, no matter what it is that we're talking about. Let's attack this guy. And Karth, let's have you attack that guy. Light side points gained.
What?
Here, thank you. I owe you my life. Those bounty hunters are going to take me away and kill me. My wife warned me not to take a loan from Davik. Now I can't pay him back. It's not good to owe a crime lord money. He'll just keep sending more bounty hunters after me till I'm dead.
I'm just glad I could help.
I'm getting out of here before any more of Davik's goons show up. You should do the same.
250. Nice. Points, experience points gained. Uh-oh. I remember this happening on occasion. Okay. Whew, we can still move. 50 credits on that guy. But that was worth it. And another 50 credits on that guy. Took a tiny bit of damage, but I think we'll be okay. We could always go back to our apartment, I think, and heal up completely. But while we're in the area, let's pay a visit to what I think is the doctors. Yep, medical facility. Good for you, Tim. You have a good memory. Currently. Gurney and a medical droid.
Can't you see I'm busy with my duties? Go talk to Zelka if you need something.
Oh, I suddenly remembering that I think Gurney is a member of the Sith, and he's spying on Zelka for some reason. A reason that I think we will find out if we actually entered that back room. So, I remember playing Jun as a neutral Jedi. Oh, sorry, neutral Jedi. A neutral character, not gaining any light or, well, I would gain light and dark points with him. I'll probably try the same thing with this build. Hello, Zelka.
I see from your appearance that you are an off-worlder. Still, you are welcome here. I'll not have it said that Zelka Foreign refused to help somebody just because they weren't a citizen of Taris. Do you require healing or medical supplies? I can treat almost any injury or ailment right here at the medical facility. Except the rat ghoul disease, of course.
Rat ghoul disease? What's that?
The terrible affliction has plagued Taris for many generations. It is spread by the rat ghouls, horrible monsters that live in the Undercity below Taris's great skyscrapers. Prolonged exposure to the Undercity breeds the disease, and those infected will eventually mutate into rat ghouls themselves, becoming mindless beasts that feed on the flesh of others.
And there's no cure?
There is no antidote for the disease, though I heard the Republic scientists at the military base here on Taris were close to perfecting a cure. Then the Sith arrived. They overran the military base, and now they refuse to allow anyone access to the laboratories inside. The Sith are keeping all the serum for the patrols they send into the Undercity. If I could just get my hands on a sample of that serum, the rat ghoul disease could be wiped from the face of Taris forever. But I don't see how that's going to happen.
Yep. That sounds like a job for someone else, since I'm a scout and not a warrior. Let me ask you some other questions.
I am quite busy maintaining the facility, but I suppose I could spare a bit of time to answer some questions. What would you like to know?
If we end up having to go to the Sith military installation, then we'll come back here and see if we can help him out. So, how do you feel about the Sith?
I know enough to be scared of them. I've heard about the brutality of the Sith. I know what they do to the planets they conquer. So far, all they've done is ask me some general questions, but I'm afraid they might one day decide to shut this facility down simply out of evil spite. I guess there's not much I can do about the Sith, except hope that the Republic finds a way to stop their conquest of the entire galaxy.
Are the Sith really that evil that they would just shut down a military facility to watch people suffer? I guess it depends upon who's leading them, right? So the Sith are being led by... Yeah, I guess they're being led by a Dark Jedi, and I guess for his attitude, depending upon how evil he is, yeah, I can see him just shutting down the medical facility. Let me ask you something else. Can you give me some general information about Taris?
I don't know much, but I'll tell you what I can. Do you want to know about Upper Taris, or are you more interested in Lower Taris and the Undercity?
Oh, tell me about the Undercity.
The Undercity is a wasteland, crawling with flesh-eating mutants called rat ghouls. I feel sorry for the outcasts that are forced to live there.
Right! The outcasts. These people who are generally sentenced on Taris are often punished by being banished to the Undercity, and with no hope of ever escaping there. Right. At least I think that's the case.
Justice here on Taris is swift and harsh. There are only two punishments: execution or banishment to the Undercity. Anyone banished can never return on pain of death. Even their descendants are forced to live in the depths beneath our great cities. Whenever I can, I send supplies to the Undercity to help ease the misery of their lives. although there is nothing I can do to help those infected with the rat ghoul disease.
Well, tell me about the lower city.
The lower city has been overrun by swoop gangs and thugs. If you're going to travel down there, you'd better go armed. If you don't get attacked by one of the swoop gangs, you'll probably end up beaten and robbed by one of Davik's thugs. Soon it will be as bad as the Undercity.
And Upper Taris?
The people here in the Upper City generally like to think they're better than the rest of Taris, but we're no better than anyone else. The people here can be selfish, greedy, arrogant, even prejudiced. That's why aliens need special permission to leave the Lower City. Maybe if more people in the Upper City weren't so self-centered, things wouldn't be so bad in the Lower City and the Undercity.
I'm going to ask you about the Lower City again, just so I have an excuse to ask you about Davik.
Davik is the resident crime lord of Taris. He deals in stolen goods, he trades in slaves and contraband, and it would take a month to list all the people he's made disappear. His slimy grasp even reaches here into Upper Taris. Most of the shops pay him protection money, so he'll leave them alone. Yeah, the man is nothing but a thug. I guess I'm lucky. Since my medical facility doesn't make any profits, Davik doesn't bother me. But if you ask me, he's no better than the Sith.
Alright, let me ask you something else, sir. Do you know anything about the Republic escape pods that crashed in the Undercity?
Republic escape pods? No. Why would you ask me that? I don't know. Those pods crashed in the Undercity. I'm not involved in any way.
Sounds like he's lying. Yeah, he does seem awful defensive about this, but I'm not going to pester him about it at the moment.
I am quite busy maintaining...
So, okay, let me see what you have for sale.
Of course. Just step over here and I'll show you what I have in stock. My prices are very reasonable. Just what I need to keep this facility operating.
Antidote kits, med... Okay, these are the same prices as the other place. Oh, nice. We can be immune to poison if I buy antidote packages. Is there implant? Is it implant? Okay, nothing I'm interested in at the moment. And I don't have the money to purchase what I am interested in either. Alright, Zelka, you take care. Hello, Michael Droid.
Psst, you there. Wait a minute. I need to talk to you about the rat ghoul serum. I've got an offer for you might want to hear.
Okay. Lay it on me.
Zelka isn't the only one who wants to get his hands on the rat ghoul serum. Davik Kang will pay you 10 times what Zelka can if you can get the cure.
Why does Davik want the cure so badly?
Davik's interested in anything that can turn a profit. He could make a fortune selling the serum to anyone infected with the disease. Not like Zelka, who'll practically give it away.
Where can I find Davik if I want to give him the cure?
Davik isn't the kind of guy you can just walk up to, you know. He likes to keep his business at arm's length. The best thing to do is to take the rat ghoul serum to Zax. He runs the Lower City Bounty Office, but everyone knows he also works for Davik. He'll make it worth your while.
I'll keep your offer in mind.
And then only the rich could afford the cure. Just let the poor suffer, right?
If you find the rat ghoul serum, just take it to Zax in the Lower City Bounty Office. He works for Davik. He'll pay you what that cure is really worth.
Journal entry updated. I kind of agree with Karth personally, but we could maybe use the money. And I don't want to be too good or evil, I think. I want to be neutral. And there'll be plenty of opportunities for us to gain light side and dark side in points as we play through the game. I can't remember if my companions have like a reputation we need to maintain like they did in Dragon Age Origins. I think they do. I think you do have to be a little aware of what they're thinking about you. Oh, hey, speaking of swoop bikes, there's a few here. I suppose there must be gang members up here somewhere. Let's see, what's on the other side of this door? I think, does this lead to the Sith? I think it does. Oh, to other apartments. What time is it? Oh, wait, what? Oh, I guess I walked into it. I looked back to see my clock. I must have whirled around and walked straight through the door. Alright, well, we're here now. I guess we'll explore this place.
I wonder if any of those Republic space pods survived crash landing in the Undercity.
Probably. Probably at least one did. Although, I think what Kebla Yurts was talking about is probably also accurate. They're probably already looted. We're just leaving food out everywhere. Computer spike, med pack, and 9 credits. Nice. Free stuff. We'll take it. No one's home. It's not a locked apartment. It's just there for the finding. It's gonna sit there untaken if we didn't take it. So we'll go ahead and grab the stuff, I suppose. I still remember some traps in this area, like mines or something of the sort. Our awareness isn't detecting anything, though. More parts, another computer spike, and 10 credits in that footlocker. Zax is a hut, if I recall correctly as well, and will probably do a good amount of the quests for him.
Hey, you made it. I was beginning to wonder if you were going to show. The party's in full swing. Come on in. You have to try this Tarisian ale. It's fantastic. We should have conquered this planet ages ago.
Careful, Sana. That wine's got quite the kick. A couple more bottles and we'll all be passed out on the floor.
Who cares? We're not on duty tomorrow. Let's live a little. Come on, drink up.
A bit unrealistic, perhaps. Very funny. Can we talk to the party goer? We can't talk to them anymore. Okay, they all got knocked out. Good for them. And this is the important thing. Yep, you want the Sith armor. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. We'll take your money as well. And I think that armor, is that armor real armor? I think it's a quest item. Oh no, it's real armor. Okay, how about that? We can wear that, and I think that's one of 2 things we need to infiltrate the Sith military base. If the Sith have located any escape pods, it would behoove us to go and check on their base for any logs or information they have about the Undercity. I have a bad feeling when we open maybe this door, something bad happens to us. So we'll just come back there later. Where am I again? Oh, actually no, this leads back outside. Okay. All right, let's have one more encounter, which I think we're gonna get right up ahead, and then we'll call the session. Yeah, I don't know if you can see them. See this group of people up ahead of us? I think there's a random encounter with these folks. Let's go ahead and say hello to these guys. Not much else to talk about. I'm sorry, everyone. Let's just, oh, hello, wait a second. There's a Taris merchant here. Hello, sir.
The Sith wouldn't be so bad if they'd let us leave the planet. This quarantine is killing my business.
What is this planet coming to, huh? Shlomi's just walking around the upper city.
Shouldn't you go to the lower cities you belong, Slummy?
Oh, this is rich.
Yeah, like he said. These streets are for upper city citizens. You better get out of the way if you know what's good for you.
You'd better think twice about what you're doing. This might be more than you can handle.
Come on, fellas.
This Slummy ain't worth the bother.
Yeah. I guess you're right. Maybe next time, Slummy. Come on, fellas, let's go.
I think the other persuade gets you light side points. If you fight them, I think you can get dark side points for doing so. Maybe I should have done that instead. Oh, I think there's a bot merchant here. I think right over there. Let's see if this is the case. And by a bot merchant, I mean someone who sells like repair kits and stuff of that sort. Yup, a droid shop. Holy crap, how do I remember this? How do I remember this? Well, let's stop in and say hello. And then we'll call the session. Nothing for us to search. Incomplete droid, T3... H8, and we saw another one, T3M4. Sounds like the one on the left would be the one we want if ever it comes to purchasing a droid.
Kin kun shi kaikachin awana wamata. Nishi la chorga kin kun witimembo rangthong. Mulira on shaturing ni patoga wanga chonzitse.
Ah, what do they have against Twi'leks?
Kipuna, bonana kichu. Kin ba mulera dwana. Dong kin ba no kudnok nek.
You'd think people would be a little more tolerant of others in this day and age. I guess stupidity and ignorance will never go out of style.
Genchopa chawi tichok twis yun kun. Watu yama kama wona henak nek. Bugra shak kunti chiwa chawa. Chinapala mule. Tonki ba non tontek. Tunni chachon kun ne mule brabast.
A utility droid? What do they do?
Kin kun shi kaikachin awana wamata. Nishi la chorga kin kun pala mona reji. Kuyami jvuk chikchita na patogta. Yafulke gogala jiji. Kawana bora atugawa.
Well, let me see what you have for sale.
Tangabun shan nong. Wanga kun beast kin ba mula rag chon.
I want to see your inventory.
Tanga boksha nak nong. Kin kun shin kin. Nikin kun na bule mule raji kun.
An infinite amount of repair kits, computer spikes, and parts. Infinite as well, but money will be tight. So even though it says infinite, we're not going to have an infinite amount of credits to come back here and purchase these. But it's good to know that they sell them. Plating for a droid. Targeting computer for a droid. Sensor probe. Lots of miscellaneous stuff for a droid. Some secondary abilities for a droid if we actually do purchase one. And a shield disruptor could be useful as well. Alright, interesting. So she's selling some decent stuff, but we don't have a lot of credits at the moment.
Hachu apanki.
Alright, let me see what you have for sale. I'm interested in your droids this time.
Kakin cha na kwat na bon kon. Wanakumbes. Chi pala mulak. Tonki pa na nonek.
The droid that was making the electrical sounds is 50 credits. The T3M4 isn't for sale. Why isn't he for sale? Tell me about him.
Bona na kachu. Kicha badwang. Wanga kum kiba bu mulera kak muchashakapaka. Yi ki kon no ba muladra ki chichon.
Okay, someone else has already purchased him already. Can I ask you some other questions?
Tangabun shan nong. Wanga kun beast kin ba mulara chon.
That's fine. So, I was wondering if I could get some general information on Taris.
Hachu apanki. Jishawa anibon ka sha chona si ichua byongbo joni. Minamambato mulera. Kakin cha na kwat na bon kon. Wanakumbes. Chi pala mulek. Tonki pa na nonek. Tu china pala mule. Tonki ba non tontek. Tunni chachon kun ne mule brabas.
What do you know about Davik?
Genchopa chawi tichok twis yun kun. Watu yama kama wona henak nek. Kipuna na bon sha. Kava dumpa kupaliaya moka pata. Rundi ichawa.
That was the wrong thing to select. And that was as well. Let me see some more questions. Alright, so let me re-ask about information about Taris. I asked you about Davik. Okay, and then I accidentally clicked on this. What can you tell me about the swoop gangs?
Kipuna, Bonana Kichu, Kinba Mulera Dwana, Ni Bajoni Yola Wish, Dopayumas Pasen Lati Mungotu.
Let me ask you some other questions if you don't mind. Do you know anything about the escape pods that crashed?
Tonga Boksha Nagnong, Kin Kun Shin Kin, Nikin Kun na Bule Mule Raji Kun.
Okay. How do you feel about the Sith, by the way?
Kavadumpa Kapalia Monapata, Bonanakachu, Chinapala Mule, Tonki Ba Non Tontek, Tuni Chachon Kun ne Mule Brabast.
Alright, well, thank you for your time.
Rundi I Chawa Tongbola Johnny Ku, Yumawamanibo Lora Waisha Waga Shichi.
That's kind of catchy. It rhymes. That's important. Alright, so nothing here that we need from her at the moment either. So, alright everyone, let's stop here then. So, I'm just going to go ahead and read a few of the entries for some of the items that we have been picking up. There's not going to be any more gameplay though, so if you don't care about lore or about any of these object descriptions, thank you for watching what you did, and we'll see you in the next one. There'll probably be a lot more combat in the second one than this one, right? We only did one combat here, but we're going to do more in the next one. Alright, let's go ahead and start reading about some of the stuff we have. So let's go to our inventory, and I guess we'll read about, like about 10 items and see what the deal is with these. So let's read about our combat suit. Even the most frugal of mercenaries know they need at least some protection from the rigors of combat, although suits of this type are recommended for light skirmishes only. And a prototype vibroblade? This is a very adaptable model of a vibroblade, made for the user on a budget that will be purchasing upgrades as resources or as finances become available. Sentence is rather halting there. Cardio package? How does this work? The implant micromanages the cardiovascular system, effectively increasing the user's constitution increasing the user's constitution faster and further than hard work and exercise might. Here's a normal vibroblade. Small size makes this a good offhand weapon. Ichani vibroblades use a rare contorsis weave to prevent lightsaber sparring damage, allowing traditional swordplay to continue in the time of Jedi and Sith. An ion blaster? Unlike a typical blaster, this weapon fires a stream of energy very damaging to electrical systems, causing havoc on the internal components of droids. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, ion blasters do more damage to droids. That'll be useful to know, or try to remember. Frag grenades. Fragmentation grenades are very basic. They explode when thrown, showering the enemy in shrapnel. It's not very elegant, but it's definitely effective. A poison grenade? This grenade unleashes a blast of poison gas that affects the nervous system, lingering in the air to ensure that the effect is not escaped easily. The adhesive grenades. These grenades cover the target area in a gooey bioadhesive that traps anyone caught within the effect. It quickly degrades, allowing allies to soon pass unhindered. Adrenal stamina. A shot of this enhancer provides a temporary boost in the constitution of the user. The effect wears off after a short time, and side effects are considered minimum. Stim bonuses that affect the same statistic do not stack. And strength one? A shot of this enhancer provides a temporary boost in the strength of the user. The effect where... Okay, so this is all going to be the same thing. What does the battle stimulant do? +1 attack, +1 damage, lasts for 120 seconds. The stimulant enables the user to better absorb damage and focuses the mind on the fight, improving the ability to hit. The effect wears off after a short time. Stim bonuses that affect do not stack. How about the blaster rifle? More powerful than the commonly available pistol, the blaster rifle is favored by soldiers throughout the galaxy. Civilian ownership of these weapons is not generally encouraged. And do we have any, like, lore on Taris, for example? Let's see. These are quests. That's the city. These are messages. Okay, I guess there's no lore book here, or I can't find it by clicking on a few of these things. Okay, so that will do it for us, everyone. Thank you guys for watching. When we come back, we'll explore more Taris, probably get involved in a few skirmishes in the next one. Take care, everyone, and thanks again.